That's right. So here we have the Ravi entry-level machine. This is the 501 machine. And the 501 machine, for example, has a front door that protects the computer and the internal components. There is no center door and there is no lower door. It is an economy cabinet. You need to plug in for charging. The charging port is located at the bottom of the sensor over there, and the plug only goes in one way. When it is charging, the green light will illuminate. If there's no green light, it's not charging. Okay, the green light needs to illuminate. Looking at the thing at the bottom and looking at the plug, it's easy to determine how the plug is connected. Okay, you can put a little spot or some clip or whatever, so you can always plug it in the same way. Battery life on the machine is around 9 continuous hours. In other words, if the machine were to start for 9 continuous hours, it would keep working all the time. However, the sensors are programmed to switch off after 5 minutes to conserve battery, because you may have been called away from the vehicle that you're busy on. And because of that, the battery doesn't want to keep running all the time because it conserves itself, so the sensor will switch off. It's a matter of just pushing the black button in the center, switch it on, and you push the red and the green to switch it off. You can operate the machine from the sensors. You don't have to walk up to the machine to operate it. When the sensors are connected, the Bluetooth, 2 blue lights here will illuminate, showing that the sensors are now connected to the machine. The first one is going into the setup, this one over here, the blue menu. Now in setup, you can do language selection. In other words, if you want to put the machine to Greek or Spanish, whatever the case may be, you can actually do that through the language selection process. Okay, those are all the languages that are available. So if you want to do a little bit of Ukrainian on the side, Russian maybe, throw it in there, maybe the Japanese, because maybe the Chinese in there if you like. You know, but those are the selections. The next one is system configuration. The next one down. Bluetooth search. Now, from time to time you may have an act of God. Okay? The lightning from the heavens. A power surge. Various reasons why the machine will lose the Bluetooth. What you will then do is you push the enter button or the green button, you push the F5, that's one of the F5 button, and it will search for your Bluetooth. Once it has found the Bluetooth, 2 numbers will appear over there, you hit the green button, and your Bluetooth will then be connected. That is the number 1 reason for any breakdown you may have. It's typically just Bluetooth reconfiguration. And I think you should reconfigure your Bluetooth once every 2 to 3 months. You know, just the signal, we don't live in a perfect world. You know, the signal changes, there's various things that happen. Or sometimes when your phone goes bad, you reboot your phone, it's the same thing, just reboot your Bluetooth every now and again. Printout menu. On the printout menu, you can actually customize the printout. If you go to customize printout, you can enter your company name, your phone number, all that stuff, and that will appear on the printout when you give it to the customer. System configuration over here. Right. Now, you can actually set up the machine as to the degree of accuracy you require. Now, the machine is accurate through all of these. 0 remains 0 through all these protocols. However, when you're carrying out an adjustment, you know that little block keeps moving around. So you just touch it and you tighten up, the block moves to the side. But you try to read 0, 1. 0, sorry, not 0, 1. 0, 0, 1 of the degree. You try to read the hairbreadth. How? You can pick up the movement in the earth at 0.01. So if you want to not have that, all you would have to do is just change your tone or resolution to 0.20 right there. Okay, the block won't jump. It will probably put it as accurate, just the block won't jump around as much. You know how irritating it is. And you tighten it up and the block moves out. Got to do that again, eh? I need to talk to you. Then of course you've got your odometer. total calculation, there are two total calculation standards in Japan. The Japanese only recognize millimeters. They do not recognize degrees, they do not recognize inches, they do not recognize nothing but millimeters. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I have no freaking idea. But that's what they want, so we've brought that into the machine for them. If you want to show the tolerance from left to right, it actually goes to a second screen. There's just too much information for one screen. So you've got to go through a variety of screens if you switch it on. I like just one screen. It doesn't confuse my life. I like my life simple. So I keep it simple. So I just have, I discard that one. That's unnecessary. I'm like, if it's 0.3, 0.5, the difference is 0.2. I mean, I don't need a machine to tell me it's 0.2. But it's available if you wanted to do that. Okay, equipment configuration. This is a selection of what you have. Now, for example, if you've got clamp type number 1, that would be number 1. If you've got clamp type number 2, just ensure that your machine is reading the right clamp set that you've got. You always set up, I set yours up the other day, so I know yours is right. It wasn't right, but now it is. Okay? You see we've got 6 and 8 transducer. What do we mean by that? Now, on our earlier machines, the rear sensors never had long arms. The reason why we have a long arm at the back over here is for setback. So the machine can accurately see the setback of the vehicle. In our previous machine, we only had thrust angle. We didn't have the ability to read rear setback. But all our new machines are all HCCV, so we now can read rear setback. You guys are never going to use it. Okay. More for the body shops, eh? Now we come out to the great thing, run out. Now, if you've been brought up with the old 4.10, some people insist on doing a run out. They just like it. Because they've been brought up, it's like you've done your whole life. All you do is just change that from a no to a yes. Change that to a yes, then you're going to have to roll the vehicle back and roll it forward to get the same readings. The readings won't differ, they will be the same. Okay? But if you feel like the exercise, whatever, you know, you can go through it and you can go through it and do it. You want to different types of run out you can do there. You can either do a push run out or a normal run out. What is a normal run out? The normal run out is when you raise the vehicle up and you do the wheel in 3 positions, each at 120 degrees. So you turn the wheel to 120 degrees, push the button, you turn it to 240, push the button, you turn it to 360 and push the button. That will give you an accurate reading. Now there are cases that you're going to use that. There are. Okay? If you've got a vehicle with an obviously bent wheel, or a big vehicle with steel wheels on it, in a situation like that, I would definitely recommend verify your readings. You know, just verify the readings of the vehicle. If you suspect you've got a bent wheel, you can change your vehicle to a compensation machine in a matter of seconds. Like this one we do over here, roll it back, roll it forward, and just verify that the readings are correct. You know, but normally it's aluminum wheels, and you're not going to have to do that. Your 2 types of run out, you can do a push run out, or you can do inclinometer. Inclinometer is when you do the rotation. But that many we discussed. But all your machines will know they've got a spare little drive. Or little drive on your machine, you'll get one, you get that little thumb drive that you can plug in over there. Now on this machine, we can save up to 25,000 printouts. 25,000 printouts. So you would generate one printout for the customer, the other one you would enter 2 fields. Typically the customer's name and the vehicle type. By entering those 2 fields, the machine will have something to reference on, that will store it in the memory, and you can draw that up at your convenience at any time. So you have to generate one printout for the customer. Let's say you can restore your data, you can delete all your user data, or you can restore your liner. Database management basically gives you the filters whereby you want to select the customer. You can either select it by a bin, you can select it by a vehicle. Although we are coming with there is a new protocol coming, which will be a camera that attaches to the front, so you'll be able to reference the number plate. So when you pull the vehicle up, you can see the number plate and select the vehicle automatically. And you see that with us here. I think in Europe that's quite big at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. In Europe they're doing that at the moment. We're getting it for this as well, it's coming into. Only thing in Georgia, guess what? No front number plates. That'll work great in California or Colorado, but ain't going to take them to and down here, is it, eh? Additional features. First one is an application test. Now with that as you see, measure NFW release. Now when you pull read, say the machine is not working, that's what I'm going to ask you to go to. Control F2, you also get to that screen quite quickly. 2.1 is reading one sensor that's switched on. So the one sensor we switched on, so it's reading the one sensor that I've switched on. Okay? So all those numbers should read 2.1. If one has got a disparity or no reading, there'll obviously be no reading there, or a 00 number will appear. If a 0 number, like happened in your one, if a 00 number the other day, remember? I rebooted the sensor that fixed it up. All you would do then is if you have a 00 number is shut the machine down the proper way. Okay, by pushing the red button over here. See that one over there? You say, are you sure? Oh, obvious. Okay, shut it down, and the machine will shut down. So when you're shutting down your machine, this is the way to shut it down. Not just pick it off at the back. Okay, you shut it down just like this. When the machine is shut down, you go to the back, you switch it off, and you leave it switched off for more than 10 seconds. Because in the protocol, in the design of the boot of the machine, it has to go through certain parameters. Now, if you switch it off and switch it on, not everything is forgotten. The BIOS, it's called the BIOS remembers some parts of the protocol. And because of that, you switch it on, either the computer won't switch on or the printer won't switch on. But once you switch it off completely and switch it back on, for a bit of time, it will automatically switch on. If you switch off and switch on, it won't. Oh, this over here is the card. Okay, without this card, it's not going to read. If this is going to read, get in the right hand so I can read it. Now what happens on that card from time to time, I don't know what your regions are like, but when you have high humidity areas, you have like water condensation, you have things happening with your machine, maybe sort of exposed to the, not the air conditioned environment, your shops I'm sure aren't, it's like being outside. But because of that you have sediment buildup on the card itself. So all you would do is take the card, t-shirt, or get like an eraser, like a rubber eraser, and just put on the top of the card. It's like a rubber, like pencil, you rub it up with a rubber, one of those. And you plug it back in, and then the card will work. The machine's booting up right now. So when that happens, when the card is not present, you're going to get a screen like that. So if you've got sediment on the card, or whatever the case may be, you get a screen like that, take it out, clean it up, plug it back in. And of course, the machine's working well together. It's just part of the security that we've built into the machine. Now getting to the program of the machine. Green goes forward, red goes backward. So just like you guys have worked with other machines out there, their protocols, they've got K1 to K4, we run on F1 to F4, with F4 being the next logical step. So we, like most machines out there, we follow a logical step protocol. So we just advance from one to the next, There are 14 different screens, and that's all you have to work with, 14 screens. You can't get lost. So you press the green button. So the green button, we have two choices. We can either select USA, like that. Okay, select our vehicle, we'll just do H for Honda. We'll just take a CRX because it's 10. I'm just randomly selecting a vehicle over here. Okay, we'll follow a few things to get to our specifications on the CRX. So that's one way of doing it. Okay, the other way of doing it is we go back to our home screen, we push the F5 button. The F5 button gives us an option. We can either select it via model name, or we can enter it via the VIN number. All we do is we would toggle that down to VIN. So now we enter the VIN number, or we would enter the model number. So we chose the TRX before, so we do the same thing. CRX. You push enter. Another machine will search the entire world for the CRX. So I found the CRX in the USA and I found the one in Europe. So there's the CRX USA. And of course we would select our vehicle. That's the other way of finding it. So we have two ways of finding the vehicle. Three ways really. Either the VIN code, the USA, or alternatively we can scroll through the word view. There's three ways to find the vehicle. So whatever works best for you, we are all different, okay? I may find the USA works for me best. You may find that the VIN number works best for you. Whatever works best for you. But remember, F5. The key you've got to push is F5. We'll just get back to that just to demonstrate it one more time. I'll push the F5 key, USA and auto data. Push the F5, I can upgrade VIN number or model name. Enter. The machine will remember the last vehicle you worked on. You automatically go to that one. So there's a 4-point machine, so I can push right now. Okay, now this machine over here is for 4 points. So it's actually asking us to do a runner. Like your one machine wants us to do this one. The machine's demo mode. So now we've done the runner. Now the machine tells you, apply the brakes. You've got a 601 machine, so yours is a little more advanced. I believe so, yeah. So yours is a little more advanced. And the front has doors out. Yours is the higher model. There are some options available on that one, it's not available for us. Always make sure the bottom one over here is set on 10, not 20. What that is doing is the Germans, okay, and the Italians, okay, they believe that if you steer more, you need a more accurate reading. So it gives you a variety of options. It gives you 20 degrees, ACK, A, and like 10 degrees. Those are the options available. And no, you won't get a better reading at 20 degrees and at A, I've tried all of them, you won't. Everything depends on the turntable. If the turntable has got a lot of slop in it, and you slightly upward or downward, the machine can perceive it to be caster, can perceive it to caster chase, and with our machine and all others, okay, depending on the condition of your turntables, you will not get accurate caster reading. On our machine with original Italian turntables, we've had no problems. Okay. So now the machine is going to give you the specifications on the left-hand side. That's what it's meant to be. It's going to give you the actual readings on the right-hand side. That specification, that is actual. That over there is the front, that over there is the rear. Okay, so let's see the distinction on the screen over here. Now this over here is known as an audit screen. We have an audit of that vehicle. This is not an adjustment screen. We're not carry out adjustments over here. But from this you can assess what is wrong. So looking at this vehicle over here, we've got the toes are out, the front cameras, minus 1 degree 10 minutes, minus 1.9. The casters plus 0.39, minus 1.9, that's just a random reading. So looking at these readings on this vehicle is putting it right. We have a KPI here, which is relatively close, so chances are nothing bent. You know, this is like, I'm in demo mode right now, so this is not a true representation of what it costs. It's just random numbers selected by the computer to show you what the numbers look like. So what I would do is, all I've done, suppose I hit the green arrow. Think about it, all I've done, I've hit the green arrow. I haven't used any of the others really. So it's the green arrow, are you sure? The machine is now asking you, are you sure you would like to save this as your before readings? Are you happy with those as your before readings? Like, if the sensor is mounted over a wheel weight, for example, and you would have changed the position of the wheel pad. You know, something silly, so you can do all that at this time. So yes, we're absolutely positive. 70% of the calls I get is about that, are you sure? People, oh, sure, how I say you reading insurance, they just hit the green button, do it, yeah, it'll work. Then the machine instructs you, mount the steering wheel holder. What the machine is telling you to do is, get your ass in the car, start the engine, move back, okay? Play the steering, find center, then put your steering off. It doesn't describe it like that, but that is the way to do it. On this machine and all others. Okay? And then the logical process of adjustment is to adjust the back wheels and then the front wheels. Okay? The logical process is just back. It doesn't adjust when you do that first, and then you move to the front. The wrenches on the side over here show you your main adjustment mode. The blocks over here indicate that where it's meant to be. So you carry out your adjustments, we give you your camber at the top, with the visual tone, and we give you your thrust angle. The machine allows to 0.25. This and all others. All machines over there allow a 0.25 number of thrust angle, which dates back to the early 70s. You know that every year they allow 0.25. It is too much. My number is 0.06. That's the one you got to trust. I have the green button, we go to our next logical step, which is the front. Now we've arrived at our front wheels. So the machine shows the two arrows pointed to the front, so we're now on the front wheels. Notice that the casters are blocked out on the top. They are dead. The casters are frozen. Okay, the reason why the casters are frozen is because this machine and all others, when carrying out a caster adjustment, there's slippage on the turntable. So once you've adjusted your caster, the last adjustment you typically do is the toe. The last adjustment you do. So once you've adjusted your caster, kill it. How do you open it? You push Shift and F6. Shift and F6 makes it live. So with your live caster, you can now go ahead and adjust. Now let's say you're working on let's see, what's a good one? A VW Jetta. Working on the VW Jetta. You've got McPherson struts in front. Now on a VW Jetta, the lower bolt is the whole elongated, so we can have a camber adjustment on that specific Jetta. So what you would do is, you put the vehicle into raised mode. Okay? And lift the vehicle up. Once the vehicle is elevated and safe, you would push the F5 button, the flashing little arrow there, is the F5 button. The machine will now, the screen will now show you that the vehicle is in raised mode. Because there's no gravity existing on that wheel, you'll take your number 19 socket with your air gun, you loosen the bolts, and like a gentleman, you adjust the camber back to where it's meant to be. Years ago, we used to have a little balloon that we put in there. We inflated the balloon, loosened the bolt, and of course, the balloon would push the cambers in or out. Or you get your buddy to come over, and he'd pull the wheel while he tightened it up. Okay? But now we've, new designs have allowed that we can eliminate the gravity factor, and we're now able to adjust it like that. Or, let's say there's no more space. Let's say you've adjusted it, there's no more space. You just take the bolt out, go over to your grinder, grind maybe a mil off that bolt, okay, pop the bolt back in, adjust for the flinch. Hit it, good camber, good to go, left lady for the shave. Okay, once you've carried the actual camber, your Shift F6, okay, fast as live. Or let's say you're working on a Honda. Let's say you're doing a Honda, with a subframe can move. You would use the 419 bolts, put your quarter power between the fender and the right front lower controller, and that's the one that has typically moved. And maybe, I don't know, 18 tons of pressure onto that. Watch the wheel move forward, hit them bolts up, tighten them up again, lower it down, remeasure your casting, you'll probably find that's incorrect. But the point I'm trying to make over here is that you're able to easily carry out this adjustment by eliminating the weight off the wheels. That's the point I'm trying to make over here. So now if you want to lower it, you've carried out that adjustment, you now lower the vehicle. Once you've lowered it, you push your F5 button. That one is there. Of course, now with the vehicle in a lowered position, you now get your actual readings once again. Obviously, you are not going to trust yourself, and you are going to remeasure that caster. How are you going to do that? You're going to push the steering wheel over here, also, and then of course you have to go back into a different caster sweep. And you're going to re-sweep the caster every time. You never trust it on this machine or any other. Okay? You never trust the machine or caster not because of the machine, but because of the turntable. Maybe a step forward, maybe a step backward. You don't know. So you will always verify your caster. There's never a time that you won't. Once you've done that, your new caster readings will appear. And of course, you carry on with your adjustments. Now, our competitors out there, namely Hunter, Hoffman, Beeline, well, there are various companies out there, okay? They've got a special tone process whereby you can reset the steering wheel without having to lock the steering. It's called Winter. Have you heard of Winter? Okay? So we have our version, Raptor, which is an exact copy of Winter. Okay? So what we do to get that one, we push the yellow button like that. Okay? We're going to verify our steering center. Go to the center. Okay? And everything's there. Now, in this specific case, there is nobody, there's no steering lock. You have not put a steering lock. So what you have done, maybe the vehicle came from your body shop and there's no seat. There's no way to lock the steering. Or maybe the big old boy sitting in the car can't get out. So you're not able to put a steering lock in there. Okay, so in a situation like that, you would use a program like this. So once you get into this mode, you would switch on the right-hand side by pushing the yellow button. Once you've adjusted it, you'd switch it off. You notice the blue side is now switched on. You now go to the blue side, carry out your adjusters there, and switch it off, freeze it. Once you've done those two numbers, you would hit the red button to get back to your, the machine would want you to verify the steering impact code in the center. Once it's done that, you push your F5 button and you get back to our home screen. Does that make sense to all you guys? And there's a lot of information, guys, and when practically do this, I'm just going to show you what these functions are. So when we actually get into it later on, it will be an easier process for you to absorb it. Does everything make sense thus far? This is European. The Europeans are logical. Everything follows a logical process. There's very little bullshit in between that logical process, okay? So we don't have a clear sense of what bench you got to use now. We don't have that. Take the 13 and the 19. No, we don't have it. Unnecessary, you should know that. You're a technician. You know that stuff, okay? Although in time we're probably going to have to do the rest of it and go over that process as well. We do not have it as of yet there. So now, from that we'll go hit our green button and go to our next step. Our next step will show us the before reading, that's the front, that's the rear. That's before, and that's after. At this point, we can now select if we want to print it. I go to print the button, which is the yellow, and I just put R. TT and HH. Notice the blue number's got nothing. See that? But now I've entered those two fields, I push the enter button. Well, they've changed it, haven't they? But now I'll click on the VIN number as well. It's new part of the protocol. I wonder why they've done this. Not everybody wants the VIN number. Let's get back to you on that one. Typically, it's only the two fields. We've got the new program in this one, so I'll see this program in. So
And I don't have time, I'm not seeing they put a new number, they don't.
at that point, the moment I push into the customer, into the machine, I'll send that customer into the machine. So I'll go back to my printout screen. That'll show me the printout. That's the printout, your name, obviously, the name of your company will now appear there. That'll be the before readings, and that will be the after readings. But then we are not living in a perfect world, and you do not get the numbers exactly into the reading all the time. And if the customer sees red, he typically sees red. So they do the big eyes and the finger pointing, asking why, okay? All you do for a situation like that is push out grayscale key, which is there for. And of course, it'll all go black. Thank you, sir. Have a wonderful day. Prosperous. I wish you well what you have it. Everything is fine. It's all good. You can't give every customer without a training class, can you? Okay, but all is good in the end. However, now and again you can get the odd body shop, or you get the odd insurance guy that wants a more comprehensive printer. In this situation, I think you push the blue button, and that will take us to our in-depth. Okay, so that printout will look like. I'll actually show you the wheel position. Have you seen this before? Okay, the wheel positions, your machine does that, but I will show you use it. Uses a lot of ink. That's why I haven't put it on there. Yeah. Uses a lot of ink. Okay, that's the ink that really uses a major ink right there, okay? and therefore I will show you your have to print out. You'll see the wheels change between the two printouts. So the printout, two printouts, that is the non-adjustment printout, prior to adjustment, and of course the adjustment one will appear with the wrench at the bottom. So you will generate two printouts, one with the adjustment and one with the duplicate. Okay, then we go back on this one, the back one again, and now we're going to come to the mysterious wrench. See the wrench back button there. So once I hit the wrench, it gives me the opportunity to go back to the beginning, or I can go in for toe-in, test for toe-in curve. Now this protocol was designed by the Germans for the Germans. The more accurate name, the more efficient name for that is VAG in 1944, which was a protocol designed by VW. Because VW, you have two issues. Issue number one, there is no space in hell for you to put your hand at the bottom to get to that iron end. Like the old Passat, you got one. The old Passat, you can't get into that thing. You can't get in from the top, you can't get in from the bottom. So for that, they have designed raised toe. So you go into the screen, you've raised the vehicle up, but the wheels are hanging, and once the wheels are hanging, you hit the green button. You recognize that suspension, it's the 1BA, 1BE suspension of VW. It's in the A4, the A6, the A8, the Bentley, and the Phaeton, the VW Phaeton. And most of the Audis have the 1BE or the 1BA suspension. That's what it looks like. So what you would do then is, now remember the vehicle is raised, there's a gap between the wheel and the fender. That can get your 7/8 wrench in over there, use the 7/8, take the 19 wrench, and adjust the toe. Right over there. Without having to take all the panels off the bottom, or take the whole air system out of the top to be able to get it. So once you've completed that, you will get your green button, you will lower the vehicle, and of course you get back to your original readings. So, green button. Print, and connect my video here.